made us hot chocolates, and look how cute they are. They're a little messy, and I don't really want to tip this, but it's cute. Trust me.
Get that blanket
No,
out of
I
here.
wanted that.
Oh my gosh.
Rude.
What is wrong with yours?
You fell it too high.
Right here. By far the most attractive thing I've seen all day.
Give me my blankie. You want to share a blankie with me?
Absolutely. For the vlog, anything.
Oh, look how cute we are.
Just do it for the vlog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas Day 16?
Is it?
I don't even know. Check the front screen, the intro screen.
I guarantee it's 16 because
Okay.
today's the 16th of December.
Okay, well that's what I was hoping you would tell me.
So hard to count when it's the actual date. Oh my goodness.
I asked on my Instagram if y'all had questions for us that are military related questions, and I got a ton. I was actually thinking about doing this in like a day in the life vlog and just adding the questions in, but I got so many good ones that I figured it would be good just to sit down and do a Q&A, and we grabbed our hot chocolates. We grabbed our...
With sprinkles and whipped creams.
and our Christmas blankie.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, grab a hot drink, get cozy, and we'll just like have a chat with them.
Or a cold drink. We're not going to stop you from
Okay,
getting a
sure,
cold
but
drink.
it's the winter right now.
Don't ever grab a cold drink in the winter unless you're in Australia. And then you need a cold one because it's hot.
I'm going to just go through the questions I got on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I ask a lot of questions on there and do a lot of interactive posts, so you totally should. So I'll link my Instagram handle right here, and it's always in the description box too. Alright, so it said, "Hi Shauna, how do you keep your relationship strong even when he is away? Thanks."
At least she said when he was away. That could have taken a totally different turn. Even when he is being annoying or he's being rude. But at least she said when he is being away.
Yeah. How do we keep our relationship strong?
Well, Apple has designed this really cool feature called FaceTime. And I think Facebook also designed another cool feature based off of FaceTime called Messenger, which you can video chat. And so that really helped out.
Yeah, so in all seriousness, video chatting was like the #1 way because that also relates into communication.
Mm-hmm.
I know everyone says it, but honestly, that is the way.
Well, there are
Anything.
times where we can't communicate.
Yeah.
So then the times that we can are just that much better. And you don't kind of think, you're not in this fact that, oh shoot, this is a FaceTime, they're not there in person anymore. You're just happy the fact that you're on the phone with them. At that point, that's the closest you can be, so you're happy.
But I guess that's the thing, like even when...
You learn to appreciate the time that you have at least talking to them.
And that's the biggest thing. I would say if you do have the time, and if both ends are available to FaceTime or talk, make it a priority. Don't try and push it off. Like, do what you can in those times to make it a priority and just communicate. And people are like, what do you talk about? Like, I run out of stuff to talk about. Just talk about random stuff. Like, look up questions on the internet even. Do a silly game or something. Like,
or something as simple as you both watch a movie
yeah.
together, or read the same book and talk
Cook
about
dinner.
the book you read.
Like, I so many times cooked dinner while Ben just sat on FaceTime, but just knowing someone else was there that I could just look over at sometimes.
Well, you needed me to be there.
Okay, whatever. But you guys are getting what I'm saying. Like, it's just having the company. So just make it a priority, be intentional about it. Have I also thought of entering the military world?
Whoever said that one, you got a really good sense of humor. She would not make it. She wouldn't make it. Absolutely not. Because the first step is waking up to your alarm. And she's already failed on that one. The alarm will go off. I've tested this like 3 times this week now.
It's only Monday.
Well, okay, whatever. But it goes off for 15 minutes before it shuts off. She doesn't even move. And it's like the super annoying one, like you're under attack. Going, wah, 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 wah. Doesn't even move.
In conclusion, no, I have never thought about joining the military, and I probably would never.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was actually a good one. That was the 3rd to 4th time she's tried that. So just if she's cut them out, just so you guys know. Does your face hurt yet?
Okay.
Because it's killing me.
Details. I'm PCSing overseas. Talk me out of wanting to go to Germany.
Talk you out of wanting to go to Germany.
So
Why would I talk someone out of Germany though?
Okay, so Ben
I love Germany.
Born in Germany, and then you were
Yeah.
there in middle school, right?
Yeah, I love Germany.
So yeah, I hear really good things about Germany. I've never been. You stopped over there.
If anything, that's the best area to be in as far as spouses' independence. And
Yeah.
I don't even know about other jobs. My job, not so much. But other jobs, maybe, because I don't know if it's as rigorous over there as ours would be at that specific base. But
Because
Germany,
it's the hub for everything
yeah,
in Germany.
Germany's great. It's got a giant mall for the BX. I basically got an old tobacco barn out here. Okay, tobacco barn would be Maryland, but I got a old. I don't
Box.
even know what it is. It's like a container that they converted.
That smells.
Tiny, smelly container.
Like feet.
Exactly. It's like Doritos. It smells like Doritos when you walk in there. It's disgusting. So why would I talk you into going to a place with an amazing mall as your BX?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if you're just saying you don't know if you want to go overseas, it's definitely a different world being overseas.
Yeah, it's a culture shock, but you'll be fine.
For sure. But, I mean, it really just depends on the person. If they love to travel, and sometimes you don't figure that out until you're already over here, but
And you get to learn new cultures and
there's
new
pros
everything.
and cons to both.
A new language.
Yeah, especially in Germany.
Moving here was like a new language. It's English, but oh my goodness.
They say, leave it with me.
Yeah.
And when you leave it with them, you
Yeah.
literally leave it with them.
Leave it with me also means you have no more control or say over the situation, and it may or may not happen.
Most likely won't.
Yeah.
What is Ben going to do after military life? That's hard. So you're planning, as of this very moment, you're planning on staying until retirement, correct?
Yes.
So that means 20 plus years.
Now, if y'all really start supporting her and she starts making millions, then, oh gosh, I'm just going to do whatever I want. Open a taco truck. I don't know. I will definitely be selling tacos like an ice cream truck going through the neighborhoods because that's a great idea. Think about it. Or a margarita truck. New idea, guys. Don't steal it, please. It's mine.
I don't think that's allowed.
A margarita truck?
Yeah.
I could work it.
Okay.
It would be disguised as a taco truck, but you could also get margaritas through me.
Okay. Well.
Think about it. All those mamas would love to get margaritas, and then their kids could have the tacos.
Okay, well, I don't think you really know.
Absolutely
It's just
not.
so far in advance.
Nope.
Heck, we don't even know in 3 years from now really what's going to be going on. Just
I don't know where I'm going to be at in the next 8 months.
yeah.
Legitimately.
Literally. When are y'all getting orders? Are you guys staying in the Air Force? This is kind of following on from the last questions when Ben said we don't know where we're going to be in 8 months from now. Yeah.
So anywhere in that 8-month time frame, I could be told where I'm going next, and I just don't know.
We literally have no idea what
It
2019
could be longer
is
than
going
8
to
months.
hold.
Yeah, it could be longer than 8 months, shorter than 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months was just me
And
throwing out.
sometime in 2019 we're going to
Yeah.
be moving.
2019 or 2020?
Sorry, whoa, 2020.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
2020, let me just say right here, is going to be a huge frickin' year for us.
Whoa, language. Frickin' is not a nice word. Absolutely not.
2020 is going to be a huge year for us. We are going to be moving in that year. We have no idea where. Yeah.
To a neighborhood
There's
right near you.
there's a lot of exciting things coming in 2020. I'm just so excited. Okay, first time on base, was it much different than going places off base? So I feel like this question should be directed at me because you grew up on a military base. The first base I ever went to was in Maryland. It was Andrews Air Force Base, and it was definitely weird. Like, there's literally people were walking around in military uniforms everywhere. There's a gate guard. There's people with guns. Like,
It's a military base.
I know, and see, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't think anything of it, and now I don't either. But if you have never before been on a military base or never associated with a military community, then it is very odd. But it's really neat to see.
Yeah,
It's literally just like a small town on base.
We're interesting people.
Is it easier having your husband gone when you have a baby?
Is it easier having me gone? Is that what that question asked? Oh my gosh. Savage.
Well, no.
Is it easier with me being gone?
No, they're saying like having a baby versus just not having kids. Like, is it easier to have you gone because the baby keeps you
That's
busy?
not how I read that. Hold on. Is it easier having your husband gone when you have a baby? Oh, so like, is it easier that when I'm deployed having Elodie because
Yeah.
you've at least got Elodie to fall back on?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, you're not just alone.
I thought they were asking if it's easier for me being out the house because you gotta deal with the baby and I'm just too much to handle.
Well, I mean.
Excuse me.
So,
You guys think I'm too much to handle? Put that in the comments if you do.
So I don't know if it's easier having a baby or not. It definitely at times makes the time go by faster because you're on a schedule with the baby. And I did notice that with having Elodie while Ben was deployed, but at the same time, like...
I feel like it's easier but harder in a different way.
Yeah, because
So,
then your heart also aches so much for the times you miss out on with Elodie and vice versa.
Also, you got to watch a kid by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you don't get a break. You're solidly watching your
I
kid all the time.
in over 6 months, I never once had Elodie leave my side. Like, no one ever watched her. Both present challenges. I don't know which I would necessarily rather, because when you were in BMT and tech school, we didn't have kids yet, so that was kind of a dip of, like, having you away.
Yeah, I feel
And
I feel like with you having, if I were to deploy without Elodie here, you would be bored. But then when I deployed and Elodie was here, you had to watch Elodie all the time.
I do feel like being overseas and being away from, you know, our immediate family and stuff, it definitely was nice having Elodie here because, like Ben said, I feel like it would have been a lot more bored.
A lot more bored. A lot border. A lot boarded. I'd be
You get
very
what I'm saying. What is the biggest stressor about being married in the military?
This is a question for you.
I'm laughing because it's literally all of it. Maybe just like the unknowns of all of it, and then of course, I mean, moving overseas is not easy on a relationship.
I thought it was pretty easy.
No, you didn't.
We had an amazing time. Like, textbook relationship, that was us.
No, it wasn't. He's just pulling your leg. If you can't tell Ben's humor by now, he's being sarcastic.
I'm never sarcastic.
I don't want to say that, like, we weren't getting in fights left and right, but it was just stressful. We were both a bit on edge. There was a lot to do. There was a lot coming at us. Like, it was just a lot to handle.
The problem of almost having your dog impounded for 6 months.
Yeah, see?
Just because somebody didn't sign something in blue ink.
Yeah, ooh, that was literally one of the issues moving over here. So it's just all the little stuff that you don't think about. So it's definitely stressful. So I just feel like the unpredictability of it all, being separated, and then just the extra moving and life changes is definitely hard. But at the same time, it can also strengthen your marriage a lot if you let it, because you learn through it, you learn together, you learn to depend on each other.
You also learn to be independent of each other.
Yeah, so it presents a lot of challenges, but it also presents a lot of learning experiences.
Absolutely.
Do you have to sacrifice your career as a military wife? I don't know. So for me, I didn't really have a career when Ben and I got married. So I can't really answer this question from that point of view. I definitely think it makes it harder. I don't think it's impossible, but it's definitely not easy. If you want it, you have to make an effort for it. Whereas if you were in your hometown or you were moving just for your job solely, it wouldn't be that hard because you would just have your job to worry about. In a military relationship, you definitely have to make a lot more effort to do your job, but it's not impossible.
And if you're worried about your career and going overseas, you don't have to accompany your spouse.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do a short tour.
But that's where it definitely gets hard.
But then that's where you're going to be gone and separated from them for
2,
a couple
3
years. Mostly 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's a long time to be separated.
It really just depends where your priorities lie, I guess. For me, honestly, like to be completely honest, having a career was not as important as family to me. And like starting a family, I've always wanted to just be a stay-at-home mom. Obviously, I do stuff on the side now, which is absolutely amazing. But first and foremost, I've always just wanted to have a family life and to be a stay-at-home mom. Is it viable to live only from the money a significant other makes in the military?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
If you are smart, you budget, you learn to live with your means, you don't overexpend, you don't outreach, you're smart about when you take trips, you don't buy a brand new 2020 Dodge Challenger, you're fine. That's not an ad. That's legitimately something people buy all the time.
Yeah.
Just be smart with your money, and that's it. If you're smart with your money, you can live just fine.
Yeah.
You just have to be smart.
You really can.
Don't spend it on stuff you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah. How is the MilSo community? Are fellow spouses generally welcoming to one another? Yes. In my experience, yes. I have heard that being overseas, the military spouse community is a bit more tight-knit because you rely on them a lot more, being so far away from your home country and your family and everything. But I've always had pretty positive experiences. But
you'll always, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, whether it's your job or your little community or your little spouse community, there'll always be drama. Always. So just be prepared for drama. High school drama never leaves.
I feel like that's anywhere though. In your job, in your family, like
there's always drama.
It's always something. So
somebody will always talk.
Overall though, I've had a really great experience. Any tips on spending important days like Christmas, New Year's, etc. separate? I feel like this is a good question to answer right now. Do you have any tips from your side?
So from the military side or the person that's not there, like actually either deployed or whatever not, for me, what always helped me was, talking with Shauna and seeing Elodie and watching them do their thing. I didn't care what I was doing. I just wanted to make sure that what they were doing I was a part of. And then I would hit the gym. So I'd wake up, hit the gym, FaceTime them, watch what they were doing, and then I'd either go for a run or hit the gym again because that's what clears my mind. And that's what gets the anger put back inside me and calms me down a little bit and lets me think clearly. Otherwise, I'm just a firecracker ready to go off and you poke me and I'll blow up.
I think from the spouse side, I don't know, there's honestly no easy way around it. It sucks. It really does. But you just gotta put your head down a bit and just do it. And like last year, I wasn't gonna decorate for Christmas, and Ben was like, "No, you're decorating for Christmas," and I did it, and it felt a little bit better.
Absolutely did, because I told you to.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just
because Benji knows best.
Honestly, I don't even feel like I have a good answer for this question, and I hate that. But like, it's just hard. There's just no way around it.
You just gotta put your head down and get through it.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where you just gotta say, "Okay, it's another day done." Once you get to the end of it, you're one day closer.
Or at least if you're a family person and a social person, find people to hang out with and hang out with your family.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not a social person, well, okay.
Which is so funny. They probably don't know I'm such an introvert.
They don't realize that you just like to be by yourself. They probably don't get that.
No, they probably don't.
Because you're all over the internet. Like, everything is all over the internet. But at the same time, you just...
I'm really an introvert.
Yeah.
Do you guys have y'all's dream sheet clear or don't have stuff in it? Okay, so I just wanted to make this like a generalized point because we kind of just went through this situation in a sense. If you are wanting to go to a specific location, whether that's overseas or stateside, I would leave the other one blank. So like if you're wanting to be stateside, then I would leave overseas blank. If you're wanting to go overseas, I would leave stateside blank.
Yeah, and typically one drops before the other. So I'm not going to say which drops first.
We're being a bit vague because we don't really want to give out too much information for what 2020 is going to hold for us.
Yeah, but...
You guys will learn sooner or later, though.
One of them drops first. If you want to play that one, then put your stuff down. If you don't want to play it, you want to get the other one, leave it blank.
That's the biggest thing I'm trying to get across, is that if you don't want it, leave it blank.
Yeah, because the second they see one thing down on there, they're like, oh, that's kind of what they're looking at. We'll just send them to wherever. And if you put one answer in there and then leave all the others blank, they're like, well, they want to go to this location, but they're okay with anything next. Yeah. So if you're going to put one down, fill the whole thing out. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how many spots there are, but fill it all out. If you leave it all blank, it means you don't want to go, and they understand that.
All right, y'all, so that is all the questions I had for tonight. If you guys enjoyed this, then make sure to give this a big thumbs up. If you have more questions you want me to answer, you can comment them down below, and I will try my absolute best to get back to you and answer those questions for you. And if you are finding this video for the first time and you have not subscribed to our channel yet, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. If you can tell from this Q&A, 2020 is going to be a crazy year for us, and I'm so ready and excited for it. Aren't you?
I am.
So make sure to subscribe before you leave. All right, y'all. So thank you for watching Vlogmas Day
700.
16.
729.
Pretty much.
342. 780. That's basically what's going on in my head right now. That's how many I think we've done.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.